Hello, everyone. Please check this out.
I feel like I'm gonna be sick. I just, looked through my Walmart history, and I found this, Walmart order from 2 years ago for the whole month worth of groceries. 45 items, cost $126. A whole month of groceries just for me, basically. But I did notice this reorder all button, and I wanted to see how much it would cost now. Now, this order of 45 items for 1 month would have cost $414. That is 4 times more. How the how? What?
That's Bidenomics at its best. But what do you guys think about this? As most Americans are currently struggling to buy groceries and pay their bills, this administration is out of touch with reality and believes we have a strong economy. And they just shove it down your throat every chance they get. The gaslighting continues. But let's go over the latest CPI report. This is per Yahoo Finance. Inflation falls in June for first time since 2020 as consumer price increases continue to slow. A closely watched report on U.S. inflation showed consumer price increases cooled further in June, according to the latest data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics released Thursday morning. The CPI declined 0.1% over the previous month and increased just 3% over the prior year in June, a deceleration from May's flat month-over-month increase and 3.3% annual gain in prices. Both measures beat economists' expectations of a 0.1% monthly increase and a 3.1% annual gain. Notably, this is the first time since May 2020 that monthly headline CPI came in negative. It's also the slowest annual gain in prices since March 2021. Wow, bravo. Amazing. Again. What? It took senile Biden around 3.5 years to get this report. What a fiasco. And as they proceed in telling us that we have an amazing and strong economy, a lot of Americans are still struggling today. What a shame. But don't take it from me. This is what the National Economic Council Director said a couple of days ago on CNBC.
Lael Brainard, National Economic Council Director, joins us now exclusively. Director Brainard, good morning. Welcome. Good morning. You must have been thrilled to see a negative in front of the monthly CPI number. What was your reaction?
Today's report was very positive. It showed that we are convincingly on a path to achieving more normal levels of inflation. And it was good in a variety of areas. As you said, inflation actually fell slightly.
That's where we're going.
It was flat. Last month, core inflation is the lowest in 3 years on a 12-month basis, as well as on a 3-month basis. Housing showed some softening. We've been waiting to see that. And we saw price decreases now over the past year in important categories like cars and appliances, airfares, hotel stays, and even grocery prices appear to be turning the corner. So those are all positive developments.
Turning the corner. After how much of an increase over the past 3 years? That's what I want to know. Well, we all know it's over 20% easily, but just watching this gaslighting is just so pathetic.
And that you want to see, you still have consumers that are stretched. I just spoke to the CEO of Pepsi a few minutes ago. Prices for things like Frito snacks and chips, and they're not alone, are up 35% from where they were in 2019. So it's good that those prices are still not climbing at the rate that we've seen in the last few years, but cumulatively, it's very painful and consumers are pushing back.
Absolutely, and the president is pushing back too. Look, grocery prices have got to come down, and we are seeing over the last 5 months they're flat. we're seeing large
Just an
grocery
inch,
chains
right? Just an
actually
inch. That's what
lowering
Biden said.
prices on thousands of goods,
Morons.
answering the president's call, responding to consumers. But some of those consumer brand companies really need to bring their prices down. They basically have seen reductions in their input costs. Their margins are up. They need to bring prices down, pass those along to American consumers.
Typical, right? This is what, by the way, Chavez and Maduro, the communists in Venezuela, love to say all the time. We're doing our job here. Now, it's the duty of the companies to lower their prices. And they don't believe them when the companies tell them, hey, you know, things are more expensive now. We have to raise our prices. The government goes and says, no, 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 you have to lower your prices and just do it. That's how these pro-socialist and pro-communist minds work. They believe this is how the economy runs. And that's, in essence, totally false. They believe that they have done their job now, right? Inflation just increased or went lower by an inch, as senile Biden said, and then proceed in telling the companies, you guys have to lower your prices now. The companies go and say, no, we can't. Everything around us is more expensive. So we have to increase the prices. And the government doesn't believe them. They go on national television to put the blame on the evil corporations and then try to look good in front of their citizens. And it is a complete disaster overall, which is what we are seeing now. And don't believe the hype. It is completely false. What you see on television, it's not reflecting what you guys are seeing on the streets. Unfortunately, you know it better than anyone else. But as Americans continue to struggle at the grocery aisle, you know who isn't struggling? Well, individuals like Satan's daughter or the devil's daughter, whatever you want to call her, is fine by me, but she's having the time of her life, buying a ton of groceries and chilling with her boyfriend or husband. And well, this is just a reflection of the priorities that this administration has right now, which is anything but American. And I just wanted to give you that update of what is going on with this one here so that you can see where part of your hard-earned taxpayer dollar is going. Brought to you, of course, by this disgusting administration. And so let's see what else is new with this sweet migrant that is technically telling Americans to go F themselves. Pretty much saying, America, go F yourself. Let's get started. Okay, guys, so here she is recording herself, trying to grab her boyfriends or friends, you know what, in public. Just right there in public. And it's just very hilarious to her that she's doing that in public. And again, I'm not saying, oh, you know, before anybody says, well, you think Americans are any better? That's not the point. What I'm trying to tell you is this is the quality that is being led into the country. That's what I'm showing you here. No class, no morals. It's just no shame. This is not her country and she has no shame. But let's move on here. So on this live stream on her TikTok account, she is going, she's having a conversation with a lot of other migrants and immigrants, legal immigrants in her live stream. Okay, so apparently the discussion here is about the shelters being overwhelmed. So here she's saying that I did have an issue in my brain, she said, and that's why I was allowed in this shelter, she's saying. And don't believe what the TV says. The TV is saying that the shelters are full, but let me tell you something. People are still coming in these shelters, she's saying. And somebody says that that's not true. But the devil's daughter says, let me tell you, they are letting you in. They just ask you for an address once you cross over the US. They ask you where you are going, but they do let you in. So another lady in the live stream says, yes, I understand you have to put an address, but what I've heard is that the shelters are overwhelmed. And due to this crisis, they have no more space here. And then the devil's daughter says, let me tell you something. I have a friend that came here a few days ago. She had no address. And she's also Venezuelan, she says. And she entered. Then the lady replies, well, maybe it depends on the official. The devil's daughter says, it depends on how you fill out your application. Not all of the migrants that are here have families. The majority of people here don't know anyone in America, she says. Do you understand? I can be in this shelter and then tell a friend of mine over there, hey, put this address, and guess what? Unfortunately, they will let her in with this address. So what she's saying here is that she's telling her audience and those that are talking to her there, hey guys, do not believe what the TV tells you that the shelters are packed and no one else is being let in. That's not true, she says. I had a friend that recently came into the US, she's saying, and I gave her this address, the shelter's address, and they let her in. And so this notion that, oh, the shelters are overwhelmed. Well, we did watch some of those news that the shelters are overwhelmed. But what she's saying is that even if that's the case, they're still letting new migrants in the shelters, which we know that, right? But there was some back and forth there with the people that she was talking to. And well, that's amazing, right? She is able to give that address as if that's her home, and give that address to anyone over there outside of the US. They can come in, say, yes, I'm going here to this place in New York, and just come in. The person or her friend got to New York City and got to the shelter. They let her in the shelter, and the friends reunite. Amazing. Well, on this next clip here, there's a comment that says, I want to, well, the person in the comment section says, even myself would love to live in a place where I don't have to pay any rent or any bills. So then the devil's daughter replies to this comment in a video, and she says, if you want to live in a shelter, come here. Look, there's a bed right here available. There's another one and another one. There's a lot of availability. Stop being jealous and come here. That my Papa Biden allows entry here. My Papa Biden is not a mean guy. He's not a bad person. You are welcome to come here, she says. So stop your jealousy and stop suffering, she says. So that's a reply to the comment, but also to everyone, right? She's saying, guys, if it bothers you that much that I'm living in this shelter for free, well, come and join me. Papa Biden will let you stay in the shelter for free. The typical socialist communist mentality. We know she's a pro-communist. If you are new to this channel, please go back on my previous videos where you can see how she admitted to be a pro-communist. Well, this is another comment here that someone left on her page, and it says, "I will support you, but only if you go back to your country." And this is her reply. She laughs and says, "You know what's the ticket that I want, or the support that I want? To go and visit your mother's you-know-what. That's where I want to go. You're a gossiper. You wish that I would go back to Venezuela, but I am going back to Venezuela whenever I want to, not when you want to. You're jealous. You're jealous because I live in a shelter? Well, too bad. Too damn bad. That ticket that you will buy me, I'll wait for it. But to visit your mother, you know what. Yep. Technically saying, go F yourself. And I'm confident that that person is an immigrant that lives here in this country, works hard, and understands that that's not how things work around here. Except, obviously, for these migrants, right, that are taking advantage of the system. Well, here on this other one, she is laying down such a tough life. And she's answering to the criticism of people in the comment section. And she says, no one here is telling me, Satan's daughter, I'm going to help you. Here, you need to rent a place? Here's $100. Here's $200. I'm going to donate. I am not asking for money, she says, but if you guys wanted to help me, you would. You get me? Yeah, no one tells me, here's a couple of $100 for you to save for a rental. And then a friend of hers on the stream says, yes, they love to talk trash about us, but they don't help us to find a rental or a job. And she says, the devil's daughter says, I don't live in their homes. I live from the government, not from you guys. I am here thanks to the U.S. government, not being a burden to you guys. I'm not in your homes or anything like that. You're not supporting me, she's saying to the American people. This is thanks to the government, which in essence it is, right? We know that this administration is allowing this nightmare to occur, but she's so ignorant that she doesn't understand it is tax funded. And well, this other person here joined the live stream and is asking her, I don't understand something. How do you guys that live in those shelters, to the ladies, she's saying, we know that you don't have money. You are broke, for a lack of better words. So how do you have your hair done, your nails done, your eyelashes, this and that? And she says, okay, let me answer you that question. This is the Venezuelan culture, okay? It's different than any other country. For men and women, we can be without $1 in our pocket, but we cannot be without our hair done or eyelashes done, etc. That's how the Venezuelans are, she says. We can be dressed like $1 million, but we can be broke. And then this other guy says, the Venezuelans are J-Lo's ass. And she's laughing about that. Yeah, we are J-Lo's ass. And so, yes, that's how the Venezuelans are, she says. The Venezuelan can be going out. The Venezuelans can be going out and be broke. But that's how our culture. We can be broke, but I cannot be without my eyebrows done and my hair done. And so that's the culture, she says. Do you understand? It's not that I'm talking trash, but that's our culture. I live in a shelter, but I fix my hair. We are kings and queens. I do my own things, my eyelashes, my stuff, and that's how we are. That's how the Venezuelans are. even if we don't have a dollar in our pockets. But we cannot be ugly. You see, my toenails have to be done. That's how the Venezuelan women are. And guys, it's so idiotic because we know that on the last video I did of her, she said, oh, I don't pretend to have anything, you know, I have my stuff in my country, etc., etc. But now here she's saying, yes, we love to pretend that we are doing well and we want to look good even though we are broke. And so, once again, idiotic statements from an idiotic person. No shocking no shocking effect there. But look, whether this is a Venezuelan culture thing or not, you guys know I'm Venezuelan. I was raised here. So, you know, if there are any Venezuelans that were actually raised over there and want to reply to that, then feel free to do that in the comment section. But I do not like to generalize. I don't think that's fair. She's doing that to her own community, so go figure. But you guys already know how I feel about her, right? She's just a complete waste of space. Anyway, so here she continues and she says, look, guys, I'm going to get off from this live for a moment here. I'm going to dye my hair and I'm going to dye it red. So I'll be back in a couple of hours. And you can see right there, she's in the shelter. You know, that's what a lot of these individuals do. They go on their live streams and they get ready, they eat, they chit chat and just living the life, guys. Free rent, free food. You don't have to worry about anything. It's funded by the taxpayers, but they think Biden is paying for everything from his own money. Anyhow, so she's proceeding here to putting her gloves on to get ready and, you know, do her makeover. Wow, guys. I never thought this would be allowed in America. Honestly. What a slap in the face to the hardworking Americans, which include immigrants, by the way, that have been here for years, busting their asses off, that don't even have time to spend with their families. And these ones come here laughing, jumping around, making a mockery out of the system, out of the real people that need asylum. For the record, it doesn't matter to them. They have no values. And again, it's not generalizing, but these group of pro-communists, that's what they are. That's how they act over there. They're here now, and they will abuse the system as much as they can, make as many dollars as they possibly can to then return to Venezuela. And well, here they are. I guess she did it with her boyfriend, the dyeing of the hair. Just having a good time, guys. While you guys are working. You're probably watching this on your way to work or at work, by the way. But yeah, it's paradise for them. Here she is, food shopping, and she says, look, I'm not stealing anything. I am buying this. I'm purchasing these items, just so you know. She's just like Leito, right? Like Lay Trash. Once again here, just showing off at the shelter. I guess that's her boyfriend. And damn, I think his jacket is better than mine. I mean, I just have a t-shirt on. But unreal. Yeah, so as many of you guys are probably at work or on your way to work, just know that part of that money that the government is taking from you is going to shelters like these, where these people are abusing the system left and right. Meanwhile, the Biden administration tells us that the economy is strong and everything is going well. I think they mean for the migrants. Needless to say, what a true disgrace. Remember, Americans, you need to continue to work hard. Some of these migrants are very high maintenance, so keep that in mind, all right? Anyhow, so on this clip, there's a comment that says, "Don't you worry, you parasite." The commenter is saying that to the devil's daughter. So don't worry, you parasite, that you will eventually have your ticket in a place, in a beautiful place that you will like. And that place is called ICE. So she replies to the comment and says, "Look, the only parasite and ignorant person here is you. I'm in a shelter. I basically live with the officials, the police and immigrant officials are around here all the time. Why are you in pain? Focus on your family, on yourself," she says. Maggots, you guys don't learn anything. What do you guys think that your comments hurt me? Your bad comments make me laugh. I get inspired to make more content like this. Watch all of my videos, she says. I don't commit crimes. I don't call for violence. I am not saying anything. So just go wash your ass, okay? Go sleep with your wife or something and see if you can do something with her. Not with me. Don't worry about me. If they bring me or they take me, worry about yourself. She says that men nowadays are maggots. Just don't be a gossiper like women. See if your woman is being banged by the neighbor, she says. All right? Don't worry about me. This is incredible. My God, she says. Every day another idiot shows up. Worry about yourself. I'm 33. I'm an adult. Whatever I do, it's not your business. This country, we follow the laws, she says. If I would have committed a crime, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be in the shelter. I wouldn't be in this country. So don't worry about me. That the devil's daughter is blessed by the devil. Well, she said God, but I had to switch that, right? Yeah, guys, so don't worry about her. It's none of your business. Worry about yourself. That's what she's saying here. Go F yourself, pretty much. And, well, Papa Biden is footing the bill here. Not you guys. She's not living in your home. She's not teaching anyone to do anything, right? Yeah. Just like a few clips ago, she told us that her friend came to the US and she gave her the address so she would end up in the shelter, in the same shelter she's staying at. Unbelievable. Anyhow, a final update for today here. She says, "My followers, I will be very busy and I may not be able to go on TikTok as often as I did in the past because I got a job. And thanks for all your blessings. I do TikToks to distract myself since I wasn't working. But, I had nothing else to do. That's why I was on TikTok that often. And I had no work permit at the time. But now that I got it, I will be busy. And yes, I was having a good time on TikTok. And I was very distracted by it. But I will be a bit busy since I will be working. Thank you, everyone. And that's about it, guys. So, busy woman after living it up for so long, free of charge. An opportunity that a lot of Americans will never receive. that handout that she was given to not only insult Americans while at it, at the same time, she is now going to be working. And as to whether or not she will remain in the shelter, who knows? Once I get an update, I will let you know. But hey, she got that chance. Which poor American wouldn't want a chance like that? Here, free rent for, I don't know, half a year or a year or more. Get it together and then be on your way. That's what should be done for Americans that go through a tough time. Not for ungrateful bastards like this one over here. That's my opinion. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching this episode. Thank you for your amazing support. Don't forget, the shoutouts are down below. And smash the like button, subscribe, share this video with at least one person. And let me know what you think in the comment section below.